Hi, this is VR Tapscott. Welcome to another episode of Recycled Drivel, where not only do I take stuff I wrote a couple of years ago and talk about it, I'm also slowly converting it to video. I consider this pretty much the ultimate upcycle. All rights reserved, copyright 2025 by VR Tapscott. Be episode 2. You Got the Bread, Man? Written February 6, 2023. You know, bread is the bane of any carbohydrate counter. Of course, that doesn't mean it's not still a favorite. I think most carbohydrate dieters go straight for the bread when they can, or ice cream, but ice cream is a whole other subject. See a cool idea, the July 30th 22 blog. Cinnamon rolls are my biggest downfall, or at least in the bread world they are. I have many others. Any new town I arrive in, I start looking for cinnamon rolls and I try to track down where to get the best ones. There's some odd places sometimes. The secret cinnamon roll place in Wenatchee is Godfather's Pizza, by the way. A few months ago, I'd included Sugar Rise Bakery, but now they're not in Wenatchee anymore. I have to leave them off the list. Of course, they have a location in Kashmir. Just saying. When we go on vacation in Maui, one of the things we look forward to, yes, besides the beach and the fact that it's 40 degrees warmer than it is there, is the cinnamon roll place. Man, they can make cinnamon rolls. And the local folks know it. And sometimes the line stretches out into the parking lot. So why is this? Why is bread so important? Well, I guess it starts out that wheat, being high carbohydrate, means it packs a punch for its size. And wheat stores pretty well, and also when you make flour from wheat, it also stores pretty well. For people who need to survive a winter, having something you could store for months at a time was necessary, since otherwise you'll admit it halfway through winter before you didn't have to worry about food anymore. Bread, in its simplest form, was pretty much just flour and water, and at that point, you come up with tortillas, and that's a very nice thing to wrap other things in. And pretty much anything, anyway. Makes it more portable, as the carb count, which is important when you still have to get out there and work hard on those frozen cold mornings. Of course, not being ever willing to leave well enough alone, humans started adding stuff to flour and water. Yeast to pump it up, sugar to make it more palatable, different shapes, different ways to cook it. Back to cinnamon rolls. They've been around a long time. It seemed to have started out in the Scandinavian countries, pretty much just a big tortilla with yeast added, and slop on some toppings, butter, brown sugar, raisins for us heathens, and roll it all up in a tube, and then cut it in slices and fit them into a baking pan. Bake them, throw some more sugar on top in the form of icing, and eat, preferably while it's still warm. So where are you getting your cinnamon rolls this morning? You have a favorite place?